Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today we're going to be carrying on from the video that I did last week, all about commanding your body to heal. Today, we're going to be speaking about boundaries as biology for you. Now, I just wanted to say before I move forwards, a huge thank you for the feedback that we received on last week's video. It has been absolutely phenomenal, and I am so super grateful to each and every one of you that have taken the time to drop an email, send a message, tag me in a story on Instagram or Facebook. Like, it has been absolutely beautiful. I never realized when I was doing such a practical video last week that it was going to make such an impact, because it's very different to the stuff that I normally do. And actually the feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. So as you are jumping on, please, as always, do let me know that you can hear me okay. Please do let me know where you are listening in from, and please do let me know what is going on in your world. If you are here in the United Kingdom, you're probably wondering what's going on with this bipolar weather. We've had the best summer ever, and then for about the last week, maybe I'm being a bit of over exaggerated there, but at least for the last however many days, we've had really quite intense, almost like monsoon season. And as you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Asia, and I'm a massive fan of everything over there, but it seems to have got missed the memo bit about having it really super smoking hot whilst we're having the rain. So to those of you, wherever you are, I hope that you are safe. I hope that you are well. And I hope that you're dry, in all honesty, because it has been extremely wet here. But I have to say, the forest is looking particularly green. The grass is starting to come back to life. So I think Mama G has given us the best summer so that we can actually thrive going into the winter and actually get some amazing crops and amazing plants in readiness for next year to feed all of us so beautifully well. I'm glad to hear you can hear me, Jacob. Thank you for dialing in the Isle of Wight, not too far from me. I'm in the New Forest, so you're not too far from me at all. It's lovely to have you on here. Thank you for dialing in. Lovely to see you on here, Ashley. I hope you're well, and good to have Scotland. So we've actually got Wales, Scotland, England. I just need someone from Ireland. We've obviously got the Isle of Wight on as well. So if you guys can just start tagging everybody that you know, YouTube and Facebook. I don't know what I've done to both of these platforms. However, if you guys can tag the people that you know who love watching these videos, and also share it to any groups that you know enjoy watching them as well, I would really appreciate that. It saves me. I don't know what's going on with these platforms at the moment, and I've been trying to figure it out, but at the same time, I'm so busy with Self-Love Club launching and other bits and pieces like that, and obviously life and personal life and all the rest of it. So if you guys can do that, I would really appreciate that. So we've got USA on, which is absolutely amazing. Norway has just jumped on. We love that. So we're literally picking up the flags from around the world right now. Keep going, guys. Make sure that you get everybody on here. Veronica, if you fancy sharing this to Self-Love Club or whatever, please do. Oh, we've got 2 from Norway now. Amazing. That's super cool. I love that. I love the fact that we literally go across Europe and across the world and very quickly. So thank you to Louise for messaging on Facebook so that I know Facebook link is working. More often than not, it's not. So I appreciate that, my darling. And welcome to this powerful conversation that we are going to be having about boundaries being a biology. So it's actually called Boundaries as Biology today. Okay. So before we go into the content for this evening, this week, we have seen the world turn on its head for a multitude of reasons. Let me know in the chat box from whatever platform you're on if you have witnessed this. I'm not going to go into the circumstances and the situations. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. However, I just want to remind you that please, during these unprecedented times, to remember to stay grounded, breathe, love, and take as much rest as you possibly can. It's particularly overwhelming right now. So I'm going to send you guys as much love as possible for you to go on the rest of this journey. Like, it is wild out there right now. And I just feel like it's really important for me to say, we do actually have this covered, guys. We really do. Even though we might not feel like it right now, we really, really do have it covered. So please hang on in there. I was going to say trust the process, but I don't want you to trust the process. I want you to create whatever it is that helps you feel safe, what makes you feel good and you feel aligned. That's what's much more important here. I am not comfortable with people just waiting for somebody to come and save them. It's just not me. Thank you, Kathy. I received that beautifully into my heart. I appreciate you. So, Self-Love Club bounced back into everybody's world last night. It was absolutely amazing. We did the first call with the new group, which is absolutely phenomenal. And we launched it last Monday. Sunday was the first call. Everybody who are on Self-Love Club, I am sending you so much love. You rocked it last night. You absolutely smashed it out of the park. And I'm excited to witness what unfolds. Now, to anybody out there at the moment who is feeling a little bit, I'm going to use the word anxious, but you know, anxious doesn't really resonate with me. So I'm going to put it this way. Like, today, my nervous system has felt a little bit shot. Not this morning, I was absolutely fine, but this afternoon, my nervous system has been challenged and I'm feeling a little bit wired, okay? I don't feel anxious. I don't feel, maybe I feel a little bit overwhelmed, but I actually think what it is here that I'm looking for is actually boundaries. So, ladies and gents, if you are feeling that feeling and you can't quite put your finger on what it is, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit there and a little bit like you just feel as if your nervous system's almost like gone into shaking mode. Now, most of us have got a shot nervous system because of our traumas, because of the life that we've led, because of the things that have happened. Okay, so most of us do, and what we can have is we can kind of flip between this calming place, and then we can go into kind of like overdrive, and your adrenal glands at this point are working like wildfire to try and keep you calm, but it's very difficult. So Kathy on Facebook is saying, I had a good cry and had a chat to a good friend and I feel much better now. That is tonic for the soul, Kathy. Good for you. Well done for taking those steps for you. And I think this is what's important right now. What we're going to learn in this video tonight is that feeling that you've got in your nervous system right now is overwhelm. That feeling that you've got in your nervous system right now is normally a lack of boundaries. Somebody has overstepped a mark with you, or you have allowed something to happen, or maybe you have said yes to something that you wanted to say no to, or whatever that looks like. Okay, so it's really important that we just open our hearts for the next 45 minutes, go on this journey together and be open to whatever comes at us. Okay, really interesting. So Moena has put in the chat. Now, as you guys know, Moena is my head coach. My arms are hurt from my workout yesterday when I did that. Wow, that's really cool. Moena has put, I have felt this. I walk when I feel like that. I stomp it out. Normally that's what I would do, Moena, but as you know, Mondays are one heck of a day for me. So I haven't been able to get out. I went out for a long walk this morning, but I haven't been able to get out since this feeling of disassociation with my nervous system, I guess, is the best way of putting it. So just because you have these feelings in your body does not mean you're a bad person, does not mean you're anxious, does not mean you're depressed or any of those things. Really important that you recognize, my body is talking to me. My body is looking to communicate. Now, remember last week we spoke about commanding healing in the body. We spoke about communication with the body. And this is something that I really do go deep into in Self-Love Club. So to those of you watching, don't you worry, you're going to get all my tips and tricks, whoever's in the program. So let's talk about boundaries as biology. Okay. Now I'm keen, if you're keen, for me to do a little reset today live on here. Anyone up for that? Let me know in the comments if this is something that you might be a little bit tempted by. And I think after last week, there's going to be a big heck yes for that. But please do let me know in the chat. At the moment, as I've said to you, I am all about taking practical steps. I would like to help people literally be able to step through a process, feel, understand what's going on, and be able to move forward. Okay. So I'm going to do my best. I love doing this stuff in person. I absolutely love doing this stuff in person because I can get my hands on you and I can shift the energies and whatever. But we're going to work with what we've got right now. In fact, I don't even think that I've said this publicly yet, but we're doing a soul school, ladies and gents. We're doing a soul school in the infamous New Forest on the 29th, I think, of November. I think it's the 29th. Let me just check. I've actually booked the venue. We're going to the New Forest. It's very easy access to the New Forest, so it's really close to Southampton. So for those of you that are like, the New Forest is massive. It's actually really close to Southampton, but it is in the New Forest. So if you guys are up for that, the tickets are going to be out on sale in the next couple of days. We are going to have this as a really beautiful community event whereby the loyal ones, we come together and we're going to raise the roof on lighting up your life and creating some miracles. How do you guys feel about that? We're going to be literally creating new timelines. We're going to be taking ourselves on a completely different journey, and it is going to be based in the New Forest. It's not actually anywhere near my home, but it's a great location because it's straight off the M27 near Southampton. So if you guys are up for it, I am up for it. We're going to have a bit of a party. Louise, you've got somewhere to stay for the weekend then. If grandson lives there, you've got no excuses, my girl. You would have to be there. Please tell your friends. Please tell your families. Please tell everybody. We're going to limit it to, I think, about 80 spaces this time. So you're going to have to get in there quick. When the tickets go on sale, you have to get in there quick, guys. Everybody's been asking me to do one in the New Forest. So you know what? When people voted that the South was the location, I was like, where else are we going to do it? It has to be in the New Forest. Now, the venue is very different to my normal venues, but we are slap bang in the New Forest. So it's going to be amazing. Like I say, 29th of November, it's a Saturday. More details will come out, and to my beautiful Soul School group on Facebook, please know I am going to give you all of the details for that. So my point of that is, and that little tangent is, I'm going to have my hands on you. We're going to be doing some crazy shifts. We're going to be doing it in person on the 29th of November. We're going to see out the year, and we are going to do it in style, and we are going to create some absolute magic for all of us. Like I say, I found a venue that is totally different to the normal venues that I use for price. Okay, now what this basically means is, fingers crossed, obviously I have to get AV, and I have to get oh Jacob, it's very handy for you, I have to get AV in, and I have to get videographers and stuff like that in. So but fingers crossed, the price is going to be really reasonable because the venue is in a beautiful energy. You know, it's in a beautiful energy, and it's very reasonable, as things are when you get to know the locals of where you live. So please do remember, during this video, hit the thumbs up button, hit the love heart button if you're on Facebook. Please do tag your friends. Please do share it in all the groups. Morwenna, I don't know if you've seen that Veronica's shared to Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis on Facebook. So if you could approve that, that would be really helpful for me, babe. Thank you. And yeah, so if you guys can just smash the thumbs up, smash the love hearts, comment on it, so YouTube and Facebook realize that this video is absolutely well worth sharing with other people. Okay, so let's get this party started. If I said to you that your body keeps track of your boundaries, how would you feel your body is currently faring? What do you think your score would be? Do you think your score would be high, which means amazing boundaries? You set them really well and healthy. You maintain them with love. Or would you say that, don't forget, you can be too amazing at setting boundaries, by the way. Or would you say that your score would be low, meaning that you're a bit of a people pleaser, meaning that you've got little to none boundaries? What would you say to that? Yikes is all I can say from Veronica. I guess that means that you're a bit concerned about the boundaries that you've got in place, babe. Is that fair to say? 6.5 LOL. I'm exhausted working on the people pleasing. Good job, go. Very, very proud of you. Claire, obviously, I think you're saying that your boundaries need to be improved somewhat. Would you suggest, Claire? So, if your biology could talk, would it say yes as often as you do? Great. I love the fact that you guys are being really honest. We've got Eve on Facebook saying very low, needs massive improvement. I love that. Listen, if we're honest with ourselves and we know where we start, then we know what we can grow to. And I think this is the most important thing here. We are not here to shame you into thinking that you're not good enough. We're here to go, shit, actually, we need to consider this a lot more. We need to actually pay much more attention. So, do you wish that you could honor the boundaries that you could set? So maybe you're somebody who's like, right, this is my boundary, and then somebody crosses it and you go, exactly what Juanita has just said. You know, I put a boundary in place, then I feel guilty for it, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think it's fair to say that all of us have areas of improvement with boundaries. I used to have so many boundaries. I would literally just block, 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 block. And actually that isn't favorable either. Then I became completely the other way. And I was like, people pleaser, believe it or not. Lucy was a people pleaser and I would do whatever. And then I actually think I've got a good balance now. There is only one relationship where I put a boundary in place and they cross it. And that's in an intimate relationship. That's it. This is my, and I want to be real with you guys and I want to be vulnerable with you guys. I am not perfect. When I come on here, I'm not sitting here like somebody who's got all their shit together. Trust me, I'm in exactly the same position as you. I have great days, not such great days. I have stuff going on, things going on with my body, things going on in my personal life, exactly like you guys do. And my area of development where boundaries are concerned, I'm amazing with friends, I'm amazing with family, I'm amazing with work, I'm amazing with all of these things, really, really good. When it comes to an intimate relationship, that is where I need to work on it. So can you guys identify the area in which you need to work on it? So Jacob has put, no, I think I say yes more than my body would. Love that for you. I love that for you. So in there, Jacob, there's just a little bit of a people pleaser trying to appease, probably trying to avoid difficult conversations and things like that, because, you know, it's very, very common. Oh, God, it's just not worth the hassle. Oh, it's just not worth the drama. Oh, God, it's just not worth saying anything. And actually, in the last week, I've probably not said something on about 4 or 5 occasions. And today I've gone, hang on a minute. No, not going to bite my tongue anymore. So really important. So Go is like work. Her area is work. I used to be the same, babe. Absolutely, I used to be the same. But now, like I say, the only area for me is the intimate relationships. So it doesn't matter what it is. What I'm going to show you today is very much transferable against any different topic. Okay, so Lizzie has put, my boundaries with my son still need work, and here's the one that needs them the most. We must remember that our children learn our boundaries. They absolutely do. They literally mirror what we do, and this is why so many children trigger their parents. Okay, because they're literally a mini version of them, or the child is looking up at the parent going, oh my God, this parent is absolute nightmare, because they are exactly the same, because they've learnt the boundaries and they've learnt the behaviors and everything. Okay, so just bringing that up into consciousness. Jane has put, yes, definitely in intimate relationships. Love that. So we're all starting to get a little bit of an idea where our boundaries are skewed, right? Ashley has said her children. Okay, so it's very, very important. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at boundaries first and foremost, because I think that's really important. Everybody has a different view on boundaries. So I'm going to give some tips and tricks. I love that. I don't love it for you, but whoever the blah, 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 blah is, my child is triggering me like mad at the moment. I hate to break it to you, babe. It's probably because you're watching yourself and you're probably being annoyed by the things that you could or couldn't do or can or can't do right now. So just look at it with love and just be like, right, what do I need to see in this situation? And hopefully, fingers crossed, you will be able to bring it back in and become a little bit more peaceful. And then fingers crossed, the triggering will stop. stop. Trust me, kids know as soon as you stop being triggered, the situation will change. Do you guys agree? I think it's without question. So we're going to look at boundaries. We're going to look at why boundaries are biological. We're going to look at some of the leaks. How many of you have got leaks in your boundaries? I just said in my intimate relationships, I definitely have it's Rachel Barnes. No idea why your name is shows. That's absolutely brilliant. It is literally like I love that for you anyway. Maybe that's the mood you're in today, babe. Maybe it's the mood you're in. We're going to look at some different ideas of how we can put boundaries in place. We're going to do a bit of a reset, and then we are going to do a challenge exactly like I did last week. All being well, we can get that in the time. So let's pop in the chat just to really align to ourselves. I choose calm power to anchor in today. Let's get going with that, ladies and gents, all of you. I choose calm power to anchor in today. As you're writing that, I am going to start talking about what I believe boundaries are, okay? So for those of you new to my work or new to my channel, I'm going to give a few examples of boundaries so we're all singing from the same song sheet, okay? So there are many different avenues of boundaries. Time. So think about this. Some of you said, I think there was a couple of you, Gogo definitely said about being at work. So really amazing boundaries that you can put at work are you can block out your lunch hour or lunch half an hour or whatever it is. You can block out a few minutes after each meeting to allow time to walk, to go to the toilet, go grab a coffee or whatever it is that you are looking to do. You can also block out the end of your day. So if you are due to finish at 5 o'clock, you block out from 5 o'clock. If you are due to finish at 8 o'clock, you block out from 8 o'clock. That is a really beautiful boundary that you are giving self-love to you to be able to progress this. Energy. So you can pause before saying yes. In that pause, you can ask yourself, do I really want to say yes to what I'm just about to say yes to? You can also pick one social thing at a weekend rather than multiple. A big distraction, a big reason why people's nervous systems are so shot these days is they constantly have to be doing things. Oh, I can't be on my own, so I have to be around this person, have to speak to this person, have to do this, have to do that, rather than just being like, right, I'm going to pick one thing and I'm going to invest that thing. I'm going to, really invest my energy into this part of my social calendar. Then I'm going to take the rest of the time to just be. Scheduling recovery like you schedule work. So scheduling your downtime, scheduling your journaling, scheduling your rituals in the morning, whatever it is that makes you the person that you are here to be, you can create these boundaries by purely scheduling things. Attention. Pop do not disturb on your phone after 9 o'clock in the evening. Switch your phone off when you go to bed. Leave it outside of the bedroom. Do one thing at a time. Turn the notifications off. So there's some really good examples here of how you can put boundaries in place without even having to speak to people. Now let's talk about the emotional ones. Me and my girlfriends, my best friends, have this thing where if we're going through something, we basically call each other and we're like, hey babe, do you have the capacity to take something on right now? We don't just go, hi babe, and verbal diarrhea. We ask if they have the capacity to take on our dump that we're just about to give them. Another beautiful boundary that you can put in place is I can give you 10 minutes, but then I need to do this, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. You can easily decline trauma dumping. And I trigger so many people by saying, I'm sorry, I don't have the capacity for that right now. I really do. But the beautiful thing about it is nobody knows and nobody has to question where they stand with me. Like more often than not, I'm good. I can take it from my friends. However, sometimes it's like, I'm really sorry. This is not, I'm mid work or I'm mid meltdown myself or whatever is going on. It is absolutely okay for you to stop fixing what is not yours. Physical. How many people I have this at seminars, right? And I don't want to be mean to people that come to my seminars, because I'm not, but I'm just letting you know. Everybody wants to grab me at seminars. Everybody wants to grab me. Like whenever I public speak or whatever, people just want to grab me, and I get it. They're like, "Oh my God, I followed you for ages. I feel like you're my best friend. I want to give you a hug." The thing is sometimes we actually just need our personal space. So I believe what we need to be doing is, and one of my friend's children does this so well. Whenever I see him, he says to me, "Can I give you a hug, Lucy?" And I'm like, "Of course you can. Come on in here and give me a big squeeze." But this is a really beautiful manner in which to communicate boundaries. It's okay to say, "I'm not available for physical touch right now. Just physically cannot take it. I physically cannot do that right now." How many of you have people like touching you and you're like, "I don't want to be touched. Get off me. Move away. Get away." It's okay for you to be able to say, "Hey, physical touch is off the menu right now." Knowing what aligns with you or not. So this is really about values. You are well within your rights to say, "That does not align with me." Practicing my morning rituals, for example, or whatever practices are a priority right now. It's very important that if you are in a room where somebody is mocking your faith, that you leave, and you're confident to leave. We're really going through the shift on the planet at the moment, aren't we? Where everybody is projecting their stuff on each other. And if you don't believe me, honestly, this weekend, I have never seen anything like it. It's been wild. If you don't agree with me, I don't want anything to do with you. Like literally, it's wild what is going out there on the streets with the protests and with the politics and with obviously what happened in America last week and all the rest of it. It's like, if you don't have the same opinion as me, you're a bad person. Wow. How on earth has this happened? So this is what I'm talking about. It's about just being able to say, "You know what? That kind of conversation or whatever is not in my timeline, and I'm gonna change." Now, for a lot of you absolutely get really, really nervous when we talk about finances. So financial work, you have to give people clear rates. You have to tell people clearly in a discussion what your rates are. Don't skirt around it. Don't pretend that, "Oh my God, money is a real thing." Like, just tell people what it is to work with you. It's okay to charge for discovery calls. I actually do 15-minute free breakthrough calls on my website. 15 minutes, that's it. They don't go to half an hour, they don't go to an hour. It's 15 minutes for free. Now, you might be someone who's like, "I literally can't give 15 minutes for free, Lucy. Like, I literally can't do that." Do not be embarrassed to charge for discovery calls. Do not be embarrassed to say, "I am happy to help you once the scope and the price is confirmed." Very important. So boundaries can be porous or rigid. It's about finding the sweet spot that works for you. Porous means saying yes, but then regretting or resenting later. Maybe over explaining, "Oh, well, I didn't do that because of this, and this," but there's a regret there. Okay. Rigid, just say no to everything. No, 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 no. You isolate yourself and you use rules as avoidance to actually connect, to actually put your boundaries in place better. What we are aiming for is flexible and strong boundaries. Slower yeses, cleaner no's. There has to be options offered with warmth and clarity when we are setting boundaries. Now, if somebody has repeatedly done the same thing over and over and over, at some point for your own sanity, you are going to have to say, "No, this stops here. I am not doing this anymore." But obviously that's on you and your boundaries as to when you put that in place. How are you finding this so far, guys? Is this useful? Yeah, you're understanding boundaries a little bit more. You've got some good examples of boundaries. Maybe you've even got some tips already as to how to speak to your boss and put some things in place. So let's look at boundaries as biology. Boundaries lower allostatic load. So what do I mean by that is the wear and tear from chronic stress. So when you constantly take things on, and I've been this person in the past, just so you guys know, like I'll take it on, 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 and then I'll get to a point and I'm like, ah! How many of you have got to that point? I used to do it on the trading floor. Then I did it in my own business for a bit. Then I became an absolute badass and put boundaries in with absolutely everybody. And then I found my sweet spot. Now I still have people who try to push those boundaries. Like I've got this thing at the moment where a lot of people are trying to imitate me. It's very bizarre, very bizarre. But again, boundaries. You know, I should take it as a compliment. I just find it a little bit strange, I'll be honest with you, that people want to take my work as their own and stuff, but whatever. However, we all have that sweet spot. And what we tend to have to do is we have to swing from one extreme to the other extreme to find that sweet spot in the middle. Okay? It's that sweet spot in the middle. So what is very important here is we know that the less we load it, the more repair time that we give ourselves. What I am saying here is every yes and every no is a signal to your nervous system. When you say yes, it's either safe or a threat. When you say no, it's either safe or a threat, obviously depending on what it is that you are talking about, what it is that you're actually looking at. Okay. So somebody like Jacob, and to be honest, most people on here are super empathic. So they will get it with you, Jacob, for sure. Believe it or not, although I'm a bit of a kick-ass coach, I am super empathic, and I literally can walk into a supermarket and feel if people are going through divorce or death or something like that. Like it's absolutely wild. The best thing that you can do for you, Jacob, is every time before you go to say yes, is ask yourself, is this for my greatest good? Before you take on somebody else's stuff, is this getting me to my goal? And this is the thing, people find it so selfish when I say this, but what I've learned is we must, and I mean we absolutely must, recognize where we are actually putting others before ourselves. Now, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot, but most of us are. Most of us are wired on fumes because we are constantly pouring into other people that notoriously give nothing back to us. Okay, so every decision that I make, I ask myself the question, is this going to serve? Is this going to, make life better in any way, shape or form? Or is it actually just going to create me some drama or trauma or whatever? And that's how I make my decisions. When you can say, like I said earlier, if somebody calls you up, Jacob, and they're like, oh my God, I'm having such a rubbish day, you can just be like, hey, I'm ever so sorry, I don't have the capacity for this right now. You don't even need to say sorry, to be honest, but as an empath, you probably will say sorry. You can, if they drop you a text and like, hey, I need to speak to you, I've got this happened, you can be like, actually, now is not convenient for me. Can we speak on Thursday? Or whatever it is that looks like to you. It's just these tiny little boundaries that we need to start just saying, hey, just hang on a minute, just take a little step back, just take, it's almost like we're putting just this little protective wrapper of like bubble wrap around us, so that when people come and knock into us, it's just the bubbles that pop rather than that energy that we've got going on. I love the fact that you guys are enjoying this. So thank you very much for that feedback, and you're very welcome, Jacob. Anytime. Ask questions. This is the whole point of why I do these lives, because, if you ask questions on here, I can absolutely address it. So what we need to recognize here is we all have responses of guilt at times? Raise your hand if you have a response of guilt. Sometimes when I put a boundary in place, I feel so guilty. Then I go on a massive mission explaining myself. Why? You do not have to explain yourself. You are okay to feel anything that you feel without having to explain it. Absolutely. So let's look at guilt. Guilt is your old wiring noticing new leadership. Just sit with that for a moment. So you've got old hardwired core beliefs and systems and values and everything else in your mind, right? Because the mind is such a hectic, it's an amazing tool, but my goodness, it's hectic. So you've got all this hardwired stuff in your head, which makes you go, oh, you can't say that because this is really guilty. Oh my God, you should feel guilty for saying that. What happens when you set a boundary is guilt is the old wiring going, wow, you really think that you're going to be in charge now? And this is when ego takes over. How many of you know when I talk about ego, what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about you being egotistical. I'm talking about your ego saying, you can't say that. You can't do that. You know, last time you fell in love, you got hurt. You can't say that to that person because last time you spoke up and you told someone how you felt, they didn't ever speak to you again. All of our old stories, all of the old BS, like I like to call it, but I'm watching my mouth tonight. I put potty mouth to bed. All of the old BS comes up to the surface. And this, my friends, is why we choose that guilt. Absolutely go. It is like being scolded. You are absolutely right. And guilt is merely new leadership having the old leadership having a hissy fit at new leadership. Does that make sense? Excellent, excellent. So let's look at leaks. Let's look at our leaky energy, ladies and gents. When you are always available, there is a leak in your energy. You have to say no from time to time for you to protect your energy field. When you are a people pleaser or constantly rescuing people, you start chronically over-functioning. Like I said earlier, there is something that's gone on with me today, and I've just gone, I am not doing this anymore. I'm literally just not doing this anymore. So, of course, my body has gone into overfunction mode, i.e., my body has gone into that, right, nervous system, kick in, it's in fight or flight mode. It's not quite that serious, but you know what I mean. I'm explaining it to you so you guys really, really get this. I love that you're getting goosebumps. I always call goosebumps truth bumps, right? Goosebumps, truth bumps. When something resonates with you and you know it's a message that you need, boom, you get the goosebumps, you get the hair standing up on the back of your neck. You get that resonance of, oh my God, that frequency is exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm really, really pleased that you're hearing this, okay? Doom scrolling and notifications, they set our nervous system like on fire, don't they? Ping, ping, ping. If you receive a message from someone that you weren't expecting, or if you receive a message from someone that maybe you've not heard from for ages, what happens to you? You either get that gut crunching, oh my God, nervous thing, or you get that excited or whatever. This is what happens to your nervous system every time you have those notifications, every time you do the doom scrolling, every time you watch a reel that's perhaps, a triggering subject for you or whatever. It's extremely important that we recognize we are literally setting our nervous system constantly at fight or flight. Oh my God, this person mentioned, oh my God, I need to respond. Oh my God. Oh. And we're just constantly overcompensating. What leak is loudest for you right now? Is it time? So always available? Is it energy? So like your people pleasing? Or is it attention? You're constantly on social media, flipping from one thing to the next and noticing your notifications, bang on it. As soon as your phone bings, bang, you're on it. Which one is it for you that you truly believe is where you're at right now? Oh, that tea is good. So let's do a little body check now. Where does your yes or no live today? So for me, my no is living right in my stomach today. Absolutely in my gut. Thanks for being honest, Eve. Eve has said every single one of them. She needs to up her game on every single one of them. That is where it is the loudest for her. Veronica's put attention, but also energy leaking because I feel isolated. Interesting. Great responses here, guys. You're doing really, really amazing with this. Now I'd like you to just stop and think, where does your yes or no live? My no lives in my tummy, exactly as Lizzie, where it's in my gut. My yes is coming from my throat, believe it or not. Like it's, wow, yes, I'm okay with that. Yes, I'm good with that. And it really is coming from my throat and it feels very, very connected. Now, my yeses and nos used to come from my stomach because they both were like, it's almost like doom. It was almost like a doom thing that I was doing whenever I would attempt to say no to something. So, how do we backtrack on a wobble? Yes, heart, no, throat. Lovely. Go. So the fact that your no is in your throat speaks volumes. You're probably not speaking enough of your truth, my sweet. So that's something to just take a little look at. Okay. So how do we, in fact, no, let's look at some examples first. So what we can do here is we can say things like, no, because I'm protecting my recovery window right now, or no, because I'm protecting my energy right now, or no, because I'm protecting my baby girl right now, or whatever. So you can say no, give a reason and give a boundary. You can just say no and it's good enough. Okay. But it's important that we speak about the reality. So Veronica, I've noticed that, I don't know, you like carrots, something like that. Do you get what I mean? So I'm naming the reality. Veronica, I've noticed this behavior with you. You can state a need when you're setting a boundary. For my health, I need to stay at home this weekend. For my health or for my mental health, I actually need to say no on this occasion. Who doesn't like carrots? I'm sure there'll be people out there that don't, but I love carrots. You could offer a bit of a path to someone. So I'll say no on this occasion. I can do Thursday, or if not, this is what could work. Okay, so there's lots of different variations and lots of different nice ways of actually setting a boundary. Like I said a moment ago, you can say no because, and then put the boundary in place. No, because I'm at home doing whatever it is that I'm doing. Okay. Yes, if we keep it to 30 minutes. If Veronica calls me, hi, Lucy, I've got something on my plate right now. I really need to speak about it. Okay, I've got 30 minutes. I love that. I love the fact that I'm clearly tapping in telepathically to the fact that you're eating carrots and you like carrots and you're making carrots for dinner. I love that. Got to love the way this works, right? So you can say, absolutely, Jacob, I've got 20 minutes to speak to you. Does that work? And if the answer is no, I think it's going to take 60 minutes. Okay, how does Thursday sound for you? Okay, and then not now, next. What do we mean by this? Not tonight. You don't need to give an explanation. How about tomorrow? Okay, let's really just look at what of those resonate so that you can actually start using these sentences this week. Just have a think about it for a moment, guys, and pop something in the chat, where you share what sort of boundary you reckon you can use this week. What sort of language do you think is going to be comfortable for you to use this week? Do you think that you're going to be able to say, no, how about Thursday? I don't have the capacity right now for that. How about Tuesday, or whatever it looks and feels like? Okay. What's the language that you feel that you're going to be comfortable with? We can backtrack on a wobble. What is a wobble? So you've agreed to a boundary. You basically agreed to do something, then you've gone, I don't want to do that. Why on earth did I agree to that? There's a few different ways that we can deal with this. The first one is, I said yes too quickly. Perfect, honest, straight to the point. Secondly, we can say, I'm changing that yes to a no. Thirdly, what I can offer instead of Tuesday is Friday. So you can offer a path. How do those feel? It's a lot easier than saying no, hard and fast, isn't it? It's a lot easier than just saying, absolutely, that's not going to work for me. It's really important that we find the language that we can use efficiently and effectively without us having to go too far down the line with it. Excellent, Abby. I'm really pleased that you're going to try that this week. So guys, let's just do something really quickly, okay? Just pop your hand on your heart. Just allow yourself to just relax. And I want you to take a double inhale. Now, what do I mean by a double inhale? I'll show you first. So it's... And then I want you to exhale like this. I want you to actually sigh. And I want us to do that 3 times. So I'd really appreciate if, rather than me doing this like a crazy person here on YouTube on my own, I'd really appreciate if you, in the comforts of your home, you could do the same. Hand on your heart. Let's take a double inhale in. Hold. And a long exhale. Let's go again. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Fabulous. Now, this is just a gentle thing that you can do at any time during the day to just reset your nervous system. How many of you feel more calm literally just for making that little bit of noise when you breathe out? You can do this as many times a day as you need. So, what we are going to do now is just a little bit of alignment, okay? We're just going to reset our nervous system a little bit, okay? I know we've just done it, but I'm going to give you some more tips. I'm going to give you some more tricks. I love that. So James at neck pain has gone. Love the fact that we did that so easily. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few more now. Okay, what I want you to do is just look around where you are. And I just want you to notice 3 colours, 3 shapes, and 3 sounds. Literally just take your time. Oh, wow, there's a green oval leaf. Wow, there's a pink circle rose. Wow, there's a black oblong mic. Yeah, really just look around. Oh, I can hear Lucy talking. I can hear the cars. I can hear the horses. I can hear the rain. Just start to notice a few things, okay? And then come back to your nervous system and just take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Now I'd like you to breathe in over the count of 4. So in, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just breathe normally. Now, I would like you to follow this exercise. I would like you to take 2 inhales through the nose and then just breathe out as an exhale over the count of 5. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, right, so double inhale through the nose and then release. Perfect. Now I would like us to just pop our hand back on our heart and either hum or just on your exhale, okay? So breathe in and breathe out. And go again. Breathe in and breathe out. Perfect. Now you should really start to feel your body coming back into balance. The next one that I would like you to do, obviously you can do these, break these down and do them, whatever works for you to help you release the stress from your nervous system. You can just do them. You don't have to do all of these exercises. Just gently shake your body. You know, just gently shake it all out. I do this every morning, ladies and gents. I really shake my whole body out. Okay? Just shake your hands, shake your arms, shake your shoulders, shake your body, shake your head, nod your head. You know, just really, really give your body a good shake out. And then once you've done that, big sigh. And again, and just let it all go. A really beautiful way to help your nervous system come into balance is literally just hold yourself, give yourself a hug. Oh, just allow yourself to feel safe in your own arms and whisper, I am safe with me. I am safe with me. Just take a moment to just come back into your body. That's okay, you're very welcome. These are simple things that you can do day in, day out. Obviously, when you come to my seminars and you do my programs, I take this so much deeper. You know, I'm just quickly throwing a few things out there that you guys can do today. Now, I'm not going to leave here. Oh, I can't believe you've got emotional. That's really beautiful. It's so beautiful. Being able to hug yourself is such a beautiful reassurance. Now, I'm not going to let you guys go until you give me a commitment. What are you going to do today? Are you going to put your phone on Do Not Disturb from 9 o'clock this evening until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, or whatever that looks and feels like for you? What are you going to do with your notifications on your phone? What are you going to do with your diary at work? How are you going to shape that? How are you going to put a boundary in place around energy? For example, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Let me know what your boundary pair is going to be for this week, my friends. I would love to hear it, and I would love to hold us all accountable for this. John, in answer to your question, I'm actually going to be doing a seminar on creating miracles. and really, really like bringing the light into your life at the end of November. That's the next in-person seminar that I'm doing. I'm doing some meditations. I'm doing one meditation on the 24th of September. It's a 2-hour online event. It's going to be on the inner child. So any limitations that you might have, any resistance that you have to stepping forwards, what we'll basically be doing is a breathwork piece of it. Then there'll be a meditation piece of it, and then there'll be kind of like a pulling it all back together and realigning it. So they're just 2-hour sessions online. But what we can do is if you head over to the description field of this video, you'll be able to see a link to my website, and on there's all the different events that I do, and also all the different programs that I've got and courses I've got on there. Amazing. I love that. So Derek is going to book the 26th of November off to travel to the New Forest. You do know that the seminar's not till the 29th, don't you, Derek? But I guess if you want to come on the 26th, you come on the 26th, my love. But you actually only need to book off the 28th. But the New Forest, yes. So actually, Derek, because you're in Scotland, I can share this with you. There is a flight from Scotland to Southampton Airport. I am just going to let you know. Obviously, if you want to drive or train or whatever it is and see the beautiful countryside, that's a different thing. But there is a flight from Southampton. They are from both Glasgow and Edinburgh to Southampton Airport. Believe it or not, Southampton has an airport. It's only a little one. It's very, very cute. You're in and out of it in about 3 seconds flat. But there is that option as well, Derek. So just let us know what you decide on that. Louise, the tickets, I didn't expect to talk about it today. So I think the tickets are probably going to go out on sale in the next couple of days. What I will do, as soon as the website has been set up, my team are going to be like, why do you talk about things before we're ready? But I just got excited today. I don't even remember why I got excited, but I did. So when the tickets go out, what I'll do, Louise, is pop a post on my Facebook. I'll also pop a post on my Instagram channel. And then what I'll do is I'll share the link again on my videos next week that I do. Okay, guys? But I promise you, it is going to be an absolute amazing event at the end of November. It's going to be cold, but it's going to be amazing. So it's going to be on the Saturday. I think we're going to start at about 10 or 10:30 to allow people to travel, so they don't have to stay if they don't want to the night before. And we'll be finishing around 5-ish, I would imagine. You know what I'm like. Anyway, ladies and gents, it has been my absolute pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you so much. Interestingly enough, this topic of conversation is exactly what I needed today to reset my nervous system. Doing this with you guys has helped me do this as well. Veronica, I might even say there might be a flight from Norway, but just check Southampton Airport. Just check Southampton Airport, is all I'm going to say. Anyway, ladies and gents, I love you to the moon and stars. Thank you so much for dialing in every Monday. I will be back next week. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week, but I will be back next week and look forward to seeing you then. Please do remember on YouTube, before you jump off, remember to comment, remember to put the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and share this video with as many people as you possibly can. I look forward to seeing you on the flip side, guys. See you guys next week. Lots of love. I'll see you soon.